What's this gym called again? I like going to new gyms. That's toasty. Okay, let's see what else we got. Even the plates are pretty. Okay, rest. I just hate that I feel this way. This is a great life. It's a good life. I mean, that's a real short, girl. Not that short.
It's game time and I'm up one. Name something I ain't done. Name a body that's my type. Right. Air Jordan, I'll take flight. I'm next level, I'm franchise.
To our winner, Julia Renee.
Hi, YouTube. Welcome back to another episode of the Prep Diary series. We are here at, what's this gym called again? Foundation. The Foundation here. We're here with some angel babies. We all got our shirts on. We're gonna be training some legs, I mean, of course. So what we're gonna start with is the glute machine. This is honestly like a leg day area. So we're just probably gonna stay the majority in this area. And I'm gonna just take you guys through the workout. And I'm not feeling too hot today, but we're gonna do the best that we can. So let's get into it. I'm gonna just start by warming up with the hip abduction machine. This thing, I wanna keep it so, there we go, okay. I like to get it as close together as possible so that I have the most range of motion that I can. Okay, this is pretty light. We're just warming up, so we're gonna do about 12 to 15 reps for 2 sets. I like going to new gyms, but then it's also always weird because you're like, where is everything? And you have to like relearn how to find all the machines and like use them that are different from your regular gym. Okay, warm up. I increased the weight just a little bit. That's toasty. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I'm gonna see how this feels first. See, relearning how to use machines. Okay, let's see. There's 45 on each side, so we're gonna see how it feels first. So tired. I can't. I was telling you guys in a couple YouTube, not last YouTube video because you're still here, but the one before that, I started my period, and what's been happening when I have my period the past few months, it's like, of course, like my strength feels like it gets cut in half. Like that's normal. So I'm still feeling very weak. But then also it gets me really low and really down. Like anytime, which is a new symptom for me. Whenever I usually have my period, I don't get like super low vibration feelings, but for the past couple of months, every time I get my period, I'll be like really happy and like feeling great, and it's like crash and burn. So that's great. Cool. Yeah, that's great. I'm gonna add maybe like 25 on each side. That was just our little, warm up to kind of see where we're feeling, especially when you're using new machines. Like you want to see how heavy the machine is, first of all, get used to it first, and then start adding on weight. Even the plates are pretty. All right, now we're good. 3 sets of 10 to 12. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put my feet more in like a froggy position to where my heels are a little bit closer and my toes are pointed out. I've been doing that a little lately and kind of testing out how it feels. And it's kind of similar to like a frog pump, which when you do a frog pump, you can do it on a hip thrust, but it's like you're really close. Like that. I've been testing it and I like it. I like the way it feels. So let's do 3 sets, 10 to 12. Okay, rest. I just hate that I feel this way. One thing that I always say is that not all of your workouts, I said this in a previous video, but not all your workouts are going to be 100, 110% effort. You're not always going to have the energy, especially when you're on prep and your calories are low. You don't get enough food, period, whatever it might be. But you might be going into the gym feeling 50%, 75%. But in my eyes, if you go that full 50% or that full 75%, to me, that equals 100%. Because even though you're half of what you know that you can be, you still went all out with what you had in the tank. So that's my mindset when I go into days like this where I'm not feeling very energized, is that I'm still gonna give it that full 50% that I do have. And I know that when my period is gone, I'm gonna be back to feeling like myself. Hip thrusts? Yeah. Yes. I mean, I love using a machine, or I've been really liking using the Smith machine lately.
I have too.
Yes.
I feel like I can really get the mind muscle connection.
Yes, I feel that way too, and it is really easy to set up. It's very similar setup like this, where you just put the plates on. I hate doing barbell. It just takes so much to put it together and then take it down. So I'll either do this or the Smith, and I love it. We did it. Now get up. Someone help me. Oh, felt that. What would you say was the best thing you learned?
Lightweight. Then the ugly butt thing. So her cue was vagina forward. So like we're going to be squatting.
Oh.
Like keep it this way just to get the glutes. Yeah.
It's so much thought.
Like,
oh, so you go all the way. Oh, okay, so pause and then open. Ouch. Lately, I've been doing glute, like Medius kickbacks, like a superset of either like donkey kicks, where I'm like trying to stamp my foot to the ceiling, or I'm doing, and then supersetting it, like 10 of those, and then supersetting it with glute medius kickbacks, where like this is the cable, and then I step to the side, and then my foot goes here, and you just kick right here.
how do you like quads like that?
Genetics.
Because like that is crazy.
You also have to think about, like, I have short muscle bellies, like from here to here, it like stops here. So it looks so much bigger. And like I can look a lot bigger than tall wellness girls. When I was little, I was a gymnast, then I was a wrestler, and then a bodybuilder. This is a great life, it's a good life. Where's the, see, I go to a new gym and it's like I've never worked out a day in my life. Put it to the short girl. I mean, that's a real short girl. I love it. So you guys know, like, I have been training with Dread for the past 3 to 4 weeks. And one thing that we've been adding a lot to my training routine is doing good mornings. And I haven't done them too much, but I've been really loving them because I can feel them so much. And they're slightly different the way that he's having me do them than like you would expect like an RDL. Because usually when you do an RDL, you're thinking about pushing your glutes to the wall behind you and feeling that stretch. But when I'm doing the good mornings, it's almost like I'm still pushing my glutes back to the wall behind me, but my legs are even straighter and there's only like a micro bend in my knees. And it's almost like I'm pushing all that weight into my heels. You'll see. It's always, I still am like learning how to do it the way that Dredd wants me to do it. And it's helpful when he's here, but he's not here. My makeup slays in this mirror over here. Okay, so my feet, I'm gonna push them up just a little bit more. They're about hip distance, toes facing forward. I can also look at that mirror over there and watch. And I'm going to keep my legs relatively straight with a little micro bend in the knees. And I'm pushing into my heels, pushing my glutes to the wall behind me. So one thing that he told me is that when I'm coming up, it's almost like you're kind of like jumping. So I'm going down here, pausing, and it's almost like I'm pushing and jumping up. Kind of like an air squat or an air squat jump. Not that short. We've made some progress on these dang glutes, boy. You want to teach me when you're done? I want to learn.
So you just have to, like,
So you're,
as much as you can, stretch your strings, and then use them to pull it.
it looks like a mix between like an RDL and a Nordic curl. I love training. I like seeing like what other people do. Okay. Man, I have to go way further back than you. Do your feet touch the ground?
I think me too. You can put a plate. Here, I can hold your feet.
Ah! Did I go all the way down?
Use your strings to come up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I weigh a lot.
I think it's slower on the way up. And you pull yourself up with your hands. Yeah, pull yourself up with your hands.
She's putting all her weight on me right now.
It's hard.
It's very hard. I mean, even on a Nordic curl, I can only do a couple of those.
Nordic curl.
Yes.
But they're very difficult.
What Julia actually does at the gym every day.
Never do I ever do this. Every week we order meals from MegaFit Meals, and Zach has been getting mad because I've been picking his meals for him, because sometimes I just don't feel like having him come down, and he goes on the computer, he's like, it just takes so long, and sometimes he's not there, so I've just been ordering it for him. He says, next time you have to order it, tell me. And I was getting ready to before we came here, and I was like, okay, I can't do that to him again. So I told him, okay, then you order it. I have him do it one time, and he can't do it. He's like, but it's not working. Ladies who are watching understand. Okay, last set, 10 to 12. With bodybuilding, it's very easy to get competitive with the people, because at the end of the day, it is a competition, but I've been loving like finding other girls in the industry to cheer on as well. And at the end of the day, whoever has the best physique is going to win, and there's no hard feelings, because it's humans judging humans at the end of the day. And if Marissa wins, if that other girl wins, then they deserve to win. So I'll just try again. We're gonna do a superset of seated leg curls and my favorite, every machine I get on, it's like, there we go. I can't reach. Oh, okay. See, this is a really light machine. So in comparison, wait, actually, I don't know. We're gonna do 12 of these and we're gonna superset it with 15 of the glute tie-in RDLs. That's what they're called, right? Coach showed me how to do them in that video with Coach. The Coach video with Coach. I am feeling weak today, but ever since I started training with Dred, because he's been destroying my hamstrings every week, my hamstrings have gotten a lot stronger. And I was telling him last time that we were training, I was like, I don't know if it's like a placebo effect, but I was like, I feel like in the 4 weeks that we've trained together, my hamstrings already look better. And he's like, well, it takes anywhere between 3 and 4 weeks for your muscles to adapt to like new workout changes. And I was like, so I am better. So for these, they don't have any platforms here. So usually I'd get on a platform so that I have a longer range of motion, but we're gonna keep my feet about shoulder width apart, but I'm gonna start at my knees. So instead of starting from up here and going all the way down like a traditional RDL, we're gonna do a lighter weight and we're really just focusing on the stretch here. So starting at the knees, and I'm gonna slide it down my shins, pushing it over my toes, pausing, and then when I'm coming up by squeezing through my glutes and stopping right here. And then again, we're going sliding down the shins, going over the toes, feeling that stretch, pausing right here, coming back up the same way, squeeze. That was extra, extra slow, but that pause is probably the longest that we're going to be stopping during the movement. So 15 of these, and then we can rest. Yeah. So usually I get on a platform so that I have even more range, more range of motion, but I couldn't find one. So what's crazy is that usually I would feel it like in my lower back going that far. So when I first started, I wasn't able to go as far, but as I've gotten better, I've been able to go from doing 20 pounds to 30 to 40 to 50 glute. He calls them glute tie-in RDLs. It's crazy. So it's like you start here, sliding down your shins, going over your toes, pausing for a second, coming up the same way, but squeezing through your glutes. Since I've been doing these, I haven't been able to touch my toes. Bro, that's crazy.
That's amazing.
I used to never be able to touch my toes. I feel like those are my favorite. He gets so close. Those have been one of my favorite things that I have been doing this year that I feel like have been making a huge difference in my training. Getting someone to do hamstrings and glutes with once a week. I've said that a million times, but it really helps. At 20 pounds, and then now I can do 50 pounds for like the 15 reps. Not today, but normally. So when he taught me shoulder width apart, but you start at the knees, and you're only working from the knees to the toes the whole time. So you're sliding it down by your shins, pushing out over, fuck, it's way worse with the platform, squeezing up through your glutes. I was like, I don't think I could ever go more than this. Whoa, yours look crazy, man. So stop at the knee. Slide, push out over, pause, girth. So when you're coming down, make it one motion. Yeah, like it's almost like a swoop, pause for a sec, back up. Okay, that's it for that superset. One more thing. Parkour. Parkour. Okay, so too light. A superset that I've been loving is donkey kicks, or I don't know what I call them, but Dread taught me them. So it's basically like a smaller range of motion. I'm gonna call them Ballerina Kickbacks. That's what I'm gonna call them, because we're slightly leaning forward over the cable machine and our torso is kind of turned slightly forward over it, and it's a very tiny range of motion. So it's just with our toe. I'm gonna point my toe and I'm gonna kick up right here. I'm not gonna overextend like this and really start to have my lower back take over. It's a smaller range of motion. So as soon as my toe touches the ground, we're kicking it right back up. So I'll either do that for 10, or I'll do the donkey kicks where I am stamping my foot to the ceiling. So I'm leaning way far forward more, my knee comes down, stamping the foot to the ceiling. So I switch between doing those two, supersetting with the glute medius kickbacks. So today I think I'm gonna do the ballerina ones because I just like them. So we're gonna do 10 of the ballerina and then 10 of the glute medius kickbacks on one leg and then the other leg. Okay, glute medius kickbacks. Stepping to the right of the machine. I'm gonna turn my body slightly towards the machine. It's almost like my non-working leg is pointing an arrow towards here, but see how it's slightly stepped out to the side? This foot now is going to be dragged over. We don't want it to completely go this way because then we lose the tension on the glutes. So we wanna stop it about right here. And we're kicking out from this exact angle that we're at. Hamstrings really hurt.
Yeah, you try to touch the floor, yeah.
Maybe it was that one touch the floor rep. And now we're gonna finish off with doing touch the floors.
Julia did the same thing. She was like, let me jump on it.
I did some parkour.
Do you think this is what it's for?
No, definitely not.
It's definitely more practical than how I used it though. Okay guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. And I want you guys to say goodbye to the angels, ladies. This has been such an incredible experience.
It has.
I've literally
I love
had,
getting to know you.
I've had so much, I know, it's so fun. And that gold suit,
So
Yeah.
I literally, on my Instagram, every single message is like people voting on what color.
I love
They're like,
that.
I want the blue, I want the pink, no, the gold, the gold, the gold. And it's like, I'm like, well, I can't wear the gold on stage, but I can wear it to the thing. So everyone's super pumped and excited. I'm gonna have all their information down in the description below too. And you'll have my discount code for suits as well, if you guys wanna get suits, but
use code Julia.
Julia, that's my code, right?
Yeah, Julia.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was Summer. Usually it's like Julia or Julia Renee.
Yours is just Julia.
Well, I appreciate it so much. I've had a blast.
We love you.
All right, y'all.
And we love supporting you.
I love supporting you guys. This has been the best. I can't wait to like play with all my suits.
Yes. And Tampa Fashion Show.
I know.
That is gonna be
Tampa
exciting.
Fashion Show. That's when we're gonna wear the gold one. So I can't wear the gold one like on a competing stage, but you guys saw the pink one, you saw a blue one. I mean, a bunch of different. We had the red one. We also have the orange one that we
Yes.
never tried on. So we have so many to choose from. So it's just gonna be Unreal.
And Tampa is 3 months away, so
Yes.
there's still time to apply and get registered.
Yes.
If you want to walk with Julia
Yeah.
on the fashion show
So,
stage.
do you have the link for that? Because I could put
Yes,
it in the
we'll put
description
link
too.
in the description
Yeah.
to apply for the fashion show
Okay.
to walk with you.
So, who would you recommend the fashion show for? Like, is there?
Okay, so it's like a stepping stone for someone that maybe is thinking about competing, but they're not sure.
Okay,
so you
that's
don't
what I
have to
thought.
Condition, like we're not judging you. It is literally your chance to showcase your personality.
I love
So a lot of newbies will go, but also for athletes that maybe you're in your off season and you just need to get on stage.
Yes.
And some people
Yes.
are, like, 4 weeks out and they use it as a warm-up show type of thing.
That's so awesome.
Or me, I just do the fashion show and that's it because I
it's
just
fun.
love it.
Yeah.
In the community,
Yes.
it's a lot of community focus. You're not being judged, so you have that camaraderie, sisterhood.
Yeah, like you're not like competing next to the girl with you. It's
Yeah.
more like you're just here to hype each other up.
Yeah.
I really like that. And I don't think I knew that it wasn't judging or anything like that. It's really just a showcase of like being a woman and like your feminine. Sorry, I just scratched you with my nails, but I love that. It's going to be in the description too if you want to sign up. If that's something that you've been wanting to do, like you've been wanting to step on stage and you're like not too sure, it's a perfect little like teaser into competing. I love that. That's perfect. But all right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. And as always, I love you all so much and you are more powerful than you think. Bye.